So one opening comment from me before I ask, we're going to go across the table, before I ask Allison to share some thoughts with you. One of the interesting things going on that many of you in this room already know about, but in the last 30 years, childhood has really changed in many ways. In the United States and actually throughout the world, in 16 nations, when asked how children spend most of their time if they're not in school, mothers throughout the world were answering watching television. Childhood has changed so that most young people, and there are always exceptions, most young people are not spending any significant amount of time outdoors in a direct connection with the natural world. At the same time, there's an epidemic in obesity, childhood diabetes, just a whole host of things. Now, why is that relevant to the discussion today? Another part of the body of work, the evidence that is in existence, would indicate that when children connect with the out of doors from birth to about 11 or 12, they are more likely to grow up caring about the earth, caring about the environment, better prepared to make informed decisions. All of that helps to lay a foundation for green jobs and a green economy, and good jobs at that. So that's some of what frames the discussion that we'll have today. With that, Allison, I'll ask you to make your opening remarks.
Great. I'm going to touch on a lot of things that you have information to ask questions from later, but it's hard to, you might have to kick me to stop me from talking because I could go on for hours. Well, I'm really delighted to be part of this panel, so thanks for the invitation to participate. And it's important to me not just because it's vital for us to enable, develop, and nurture the next generation of leadership, so many of you out there, but because it's also very personal. I am here because I was connected to the outdoors when I was very young. And that, in the love that I grew for natural places, wild places, has profoundly influenced how I have chosen to live my life and use my life. And I think all of you in the audience probably have stories, you know, your own stories from childhood experiences that had long-lasting impacts on, you know, you, your growth, and your choices. So we've heard today's children and adolescents are more disconnected from the outdoors than, you know, any other generation in history. This trend is most prevalent in African American and Latino communities, but it crosses all socioeconomic barriers. And again, just some numbers, because it's pretty stark. 80% of Americans live in rural America, but most parents are afraid to let their kids go outdoors. Youth today are spending 50% less time outdoors than 20 years ago, when I was growing up. And this number is amazing. You know, 6 to 7 hours a day. They're spending 6 to 7 hours a day in front of a screen, using some sort of electronic media instead of being outdoors. You know, so why is this important? Because again, my personal example, time spent outdoors, you know, can shape your attitudes, people's attitudes towards the environment, and then influences the choice they make for lifestyles and career options. The club, Sierra Club, is committed to expanding opportunities to enable children and youth to explore, enjoy the planet, so that they have the foundation to protect it when they grow up, either through lifestyles or career choices, or both. We have a number of different programs to connect children with the outdoors, and it's actually through a variety of programs and engaging partners to do this that we try and reach just a profound number. In fact, in 2009, we connected about 200,000 youth to the outdoors. You heard about our BBTO delegation out in the audience. Through building bridges to the outdoors, their mission is to provide an outdoor experience for every child in America. So no child left inside. This is incredible. Their target is low-income youth and communities of color. They have not only provide outdoor experiences, but also deliver training programs to the to kids.